Hey boys and girls on the interwebs, my name's Ian.
And I'm Lindsay.
And welcome to Ballroom Blitz.
Hello there lovely dancers and welcome back to the channel. We've got a fantastic tango move for you today. It is the natural twist turn. You will find the natural twist turn in a number of our different ballroom dances. This one has, of course, a lovely tango-y flavour. It's going to start in Promenade with a clockwise turn, hence the natural, and we will show you what we mean by the twist. It is good fun and you should definitely incorporate it into your tango. Let's have a look at it. As you can see, some great energy to begin with, charging down the floor, and then this intricate little turn, but it brings us right back to where we started in a promenade hold, ready to continue on down the line of dance. Let's have a look at the leader's steps first.
Leads, you are going to commence this figure in Promenade. Weight on the rear foot or the right foot, ready to take your left foot or the front foot as the first step of the figure. The overall timing of the figure is slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. So we can think of this as the power step or the main step at the beginning. We're going to do all the usual promenade things. We're going to make sure we place the step without being Ministry of Funny Walks. And we're not going to do anything other than power down the floor on this first step. So that is our slow. In the next step, we're going to continue to move down the floor, and being on the rear foot, there's not a lot of turn that we can put in just yet, so we don't want to try and get too much out of this, and we don't want to start pushing our follower away. That will lead into other figures. So we come down the floor quick. But now the action starts. We're going to take our second quick, and we are going to close position and block the follow, stepping across their line so they step down between our feet quick. Once we get to here, if we don't do something, then the follower is just going to run into us. So to make sure that we give them a line of dance or a line of travel to move around, we're going to twist this foot or ronde this foot, place this foot, put this foot in some way behind in this kind of, at the moment, locked fashion, if you like. Now, different people will do this in different ways, and you can explore that for yourself, but you have to end up here so that your follower can travel past you. Now, the rest of the figure for us really is we're going to lift the heels of our feet, and while the follower does more steps, we are going to untwist, uncoil, and then towards the end of the figure, we are going to achieve that promenade sort of semi-linked position that we started with. So not as many steps for us, and once we see the follower steps, I'll give you a little bit of a timing trick and a little bit of a hint for that very end section, but it won't make as much sense until we see what we're asking the followers to do.
Followers, I'm going to show you on the same angle as Ian was just showing the leaders, so you can imagine the line of dance is heading straight towards you. So I am starting with the leader in the promenade position, and again, typical of our promenade figures in the tango, I'm ready to go first on my right foot forward with a slow step. So we're in our promenade hold, ready on the right, and without being too simplistic, one of the reasons why I love this figure is because it's all forward walks in some manner or other for the follower. So we have a pattern of 6 steps, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. And if I just think I'm going to move forward through all of them and then let the leader guide where those forward steps are going, I can't go too wrong. So what happens is I've got a slow and a quick for my first 2 steps, and the leader at this point is going in promenade with me down my line. So no need to do anything except walk in promenade. When I get to my second quick step though, my momentum is still asking me to go forward down the line, but this is when the leader is cutting around in front of me. So even though I'm still walking forward, you can see my frame has changed from that promenade position to a closed position. So this will be when I'm stepping through my partner's feet. On step 4, as the leader rondes, what this does is opens up a passage for us, but stops us being able to move terribly much further down the floor. I'm still being invited to take a movement through these next few steps though. So with my leader in place on the spot, what's going to happen is my forward steps are going to curve around him. So my next 3 steps are going to be slow, quick, quick. And I would have made my way around my leader. Right at the end, there's a switch back to promenade position. I don't even need to move my feet. They are already in place, and we have completed our figure. So this figure actually makes a lot more sense when you put the 2 sides together. So we have our 2 steps in promenade. The leaders then cut around in front of the followers. They continue forward. And then you'll see next that Ian rondes his right foot around behind him. This guides me forward. So I'm going to continue with my walks forward another 3 paces. And then this lands us. You can see we're still in a closed hold at this point, but right at the end of the figure, Ian's going to use his frame to encourage me back to a promenade position. And here we are back to the start again.
Leaders, because the 2 halves of this figure for lead and follow are very different in a lot of ways, there's different tricks that you can employ to make sure that you're giving what the follower needs to do their extra steps without you jumping the gun and being a bit too forceful while they're still turning. So one thing is that when we get to this middle slow step, we want to be rondeing at the same time that the follower is coming through for their step. If we jump the gun, we kind of take our hip away. We don't want to do that. But if we block for too long, we sort of get in the way of their step and we block their passage. So we want to be taking this as a slow to allow the passage through. And you can see here that that has opened up this passage for the follower to get through. So that's the first thing. We're counting this as a slow. Whether you turn on the balls or the heels or one of each, really you just want to be the anchor here for your follow. So whatever works for you in the moment to keep your frame for the quick is what you can do, is what you should do. If that changes and you settle on one more than the other, fine. But right at the end, I want you to think of a secret and. There's no steps, but this twitch back to promenade is a nice and addition. So really for you, I want you to be thinking slow, quick, slow, quick, and, even though you're not dancing the last half of all of those steps.
Slow, quick, slow, quick, and. Slow, quick, slow, quick, and. And that, leaders and followers, is the natural twist turn. So give it a little bit of time to work out the mechanics of it. It should be nice and comfortable and balanced, should be a lot of fun. So leaders, make sure you're not pulling your partner into their steps. Trust that they will take them. Followers, make sure you're not taking a giant-y arc around your leader. It should be nice and close on the hip all the way around. So give it a go. Let us know how you go. Let us know what else you'd like to see on the channel, and we shall see you next time.
Well, guys and girls, that's it for today's Blitz. Don't forget to like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
keep dancing.